Hello, it's Deborah from the attic, and today I want to share a project I've been working on for a little while. These are some mini winter journals. There are 5, they're all exactly the same. They've been made using exactly the same artwork. Everything has been coloured and inked and stamped by hand, and I'll show you through it all in this one. First of all, I want to show you the artwork. So this is the complete design which wraps around the book. There's a sunset or a sunrise, there's a stag in the distance, there's a stag in the foreground. There are lots of wintry, snow-covered hills and trees as well. All of the books have exactly the same design on them, and because this is painted, hand-inked and painted artwork, the cover only has been protected with a matte finish. So if you spill any water on it, you won't destroy the artwork. On the inside of the book, there are 4 signatures, and these signatures are made up of 10 pages each. That means that you have got 160 sides in the book altogether. One side being one of these pieces, and the reverse being another side, so that's 2. So all throughout the book, there are many, many, many pages ready for you to fill. The book itself is just under 4.5 inches tall by about 3.25 wide by just under an inch across. And here you can see the sewing in for the signatures. On the inside of the book there are 3 tags and 1 envelope. So let's start with the envelope. The envelope is here and it's caught under a little round circle that's been stamped. There's a tiny, tiny little gold dot in there. I don't know if the camera will pick it up for you. So that captures the edge of the envelope. The envelope has been sealed with an extract of a really nice little bit of information about the history of gold, frankincense and myrrh. And on the inside of this envelope is another hand-inked and stamped and painted image with a little fox looking up at some gold and silver glittering in the bare tree. On the reverse it's clear, so you can add notes to this if you want, or you could use it as a gift tag. We can use it to maybe write down some memories, and then to seal the envelope again it just tucks in under that round. Let me show you the tags. There are 3 of these. The first one has got some glitter at the bottom and a little glitter at the top, and a star and a deer nursing a young deer there. This one has got glitter on the hill to make it shimmer, make it look like a frosty morning, and some trees in the distance. And this one has got some white embossing on just a piece of parchment paper. In some of the books this parchment paper is clear or white. That's the only variation. All of these tags have got chiffon silk in the top of them, and the closure around the book to keep it in place, this is also chiffon silk. There are some pages in the book that have been taken from some other books that I have in my collection ready to make junk journals with, and these pages are from books that are over 100 years old. One is a book of poetry and one is a book of music. So they're very, very old pages. And the rest of the pages in the book will vary in texture and colour, so there's plenty of variety in the book. The outside of the book has got curved corners. Now they're done for a reason. Sometimes if you use a book a lot it can become dog-eared if the corners are left on. By curving the corner you prevent the book becoming too dog-eared. The other place where the corners are curved is in the little pockets that have been created to take the tags. The book has 2 charms. There's a snowflake on the outside and the design is the same on the front and the back. And I've also made a large paper clip with little hoops to stop things coming off it, such as this charm here. And this charm is 2 mittens and it's the same on the front as on the back. And that paper clip is just clipped into your book like that. So that's what the book consists of and what it looks like. How would you use it? Well, let me show you how I used a book that I made for myself earlier on this year. This is exactly the same size as this book. It is considerably fatter than this book. This got a lot of use. Let me show you what I did to it. And this is all things, all ideas that you can add to your book as well. So I have the same envelope that you have in your book, and then I added extra little pockets. So this is glued at the top, the side and the bottom, and then I made tags to go into there and put some string on the back, and then wrote little notes on the back of my tags. And I also used a little photo printer to print off photographs as I was going through the cookery course that I was attending, so that I remembered it. And this book was put together in the week that I did the course, so there's lots and lots of memories in here to make sure I didn't forget things. I made extra pockets in my book by gluing 2 pages together. So this is glued at the top and the bottom, and then I was able to add a tag on the inside. To make the tag stand out, I added a little strip of ribbon which I sewed onto my tag, and then because I had some charms, I added the charms to this as well. Again, there are more photographs, there are more memories, there are more tags with notes on the back of them, there are more photos that I still haven't stuck into my booklet, and this is all in a little pocket that I added. So this is a strip of nice paper that I've glued around the sides and the bottom and the outside edge, so it will take the extra information I want to put into it. And this is a flyer from where I did the course, and usually you get things that are this size and they don't fit easily into a journal book. So what I did was I cut it down into thirds, and I put just sellotape on the front and the back, and that way I can close it up and I can add it to my journal without losing the flyer. This is where I did the course, and it was fabulous. So that stays in my book as well. And you can see, I think, how well used this book has been, just how much I got out of it. And again, there are more pockets here, more tabs. And I also added some lace. I glued some lace to the sides of my book as well. So that is how I used the book that I made for myself. And that's why I know you can get a great deal in these mini journals. Don't be fooled by the size, they will take an awful lot. One tip I will give you, if you decide to add lots of pockets to your own, let me find an example. Here we go. When you're gluing any extra pocket in, don't take the edge of the pocket right up to the edge of the paper. Put it towards the outside edge of your page. I hope you can see. That is on the outside edge as far as it can go, and it's not abutted to the centre. The reason for doing that is because it will allow your book to close more easily, and it won't add any strain to the thread holding those 4 signatures in place. So anytime I've added something, it's been added as close as I can make it to the outside page of the book. Here's another envelope, and again there's a gap. I haven't taken it all the way back to the join there. I hope those are useful tips. I hope that you will maybe pay a little visit to my Etsy store, because that's where these are going to be for sale. I have 5 altogether. I'm going to put them in the Etsy store quite soon. Not exactly sure when, but they will be in there quite soon, and that means that they will be available and ready to be sent out for Christmas gifts or winter gifts, or if you've got winter birthdays coming up. These are not specifically Christmas themed, they are winter themed, and that's done very deliberately because sometimes you want to celebrate the season without it necessarily being about Christmas Day itself. Thank you for watching, thank you for your time as always, and until we meet again, take care.